Testing.
You're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 2021-22 TIO NTFL season from Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. It's our round 13 clash between Nightcliff and Southern Districts. I'm Will Zwar. Joining me is Clint Firth. We've got a pretty decent game on our hands here, Clint. What's your prediction for the match today?
Yeah, thanks, Will. Good to be back in the new year. Again, another hot day in Darwin. Probably not as hot as what it's been, but still very warm out there. But yeah, it should be a great twilight game. Lots of new names for Nightcliff. Southern District's got they're still missing some players. But yeah, probably not as many as Nightcliff. I look at this Nightcliff team list and they're missing quite a few. So a chance for some young guys to get a game, I'm presuming, because guys have travelled back home or COVID or whatever. We're not too sure. But a chance for some guys to get a game for Nightcliff to show what they're worth, and probably a really good chance for the Crocs to have a crack at the big boys of the competition at this stage.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Nightcliff have lost 2 games so far this year. I think one was to St Mary's in round 1, and the other was to Southern Districts just a few weeks before the Christmas break. So Southern Districts would definitely be hoping to, look for some encouragement from that matchup a few weeks back. As you said, there's a few players from both sides missing. Nightcliff does look pretty strong in the middle still. It's more around the ground where they'll have some changes. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how those missing plays affect both sides.
Yeah, and Southern Districts, obviously Nightcliff are going to make the finals, whether they finish first or second, you would have thought. So as we head to the business end of the year, Southern District's sitting 5th at the moment. Like to think they're going to make finals, I'm sure they would. However, Palmerston and Buffalo's just behind them there. So if they could get a win against the ladder leaders, Nightcliff, that would really set their second half of the season up well and almost cement that 5th spot. Yeah,
absolutely. They're probably that sort of team in limbo. They're a bit behind the top 4, but you'd say they're ahead of Palmerston, Darwin and Tiwi at this stage. So yeah, probably looking to cement that 5th spot, probably even challenge for that 4th spot. We're about to get underway here, and it looks like Nightcliff will be kicking towards the beach end, and Southern Districts will be kicking towards the city and towards, more towards the camera.
So umpire puts the ball in the air, first bounce or first throw up. Gallo wins it clearly, as he's probably going to do for most of the day. Taps it forward. Southern District's first 2. That was Rollins who hit it hard and is adjudged a free kick. He goes inside 50 over the head of Watts, but backing up there was Zach Zeidbell. I don't think the kick was intended for him. However, he popped into the space well, and that's a good start for Southern Districts. He's going to have a shot from just inside the 50. So Zeidbell, who I haven't called for Southern Districts this season, so I'm not sure if it's debut or he's played before, for a perfect start. Hits it quite well. Ooh, just to his left slightly into the behind post, and Southern Districts first on the board.
And it'll be Cam Eilert kicking out from fullback for Nightcliff. One of their big names, one of their superstars. Assesses his options. He plays on and goes out to the right wing. And finds his man there. I think it's in Elijah Ware. He goes forward now. Pushes it towards the boundary line. In fact, it was Dirksen who kicked that one there, and we'll have a boundary throw in on the far wing, on the near wing, sorry. So the umpire will throw it in. Marlon McGregor gets the hit out. Ball comes to ground. No one can take possession yet. I think we'll have a boundary throw in. Ball up. No. Brody Philo extracts the ball, gets it on the boot, kicks it forward. Good fist in there from the District's defender. Nightcliff now working it forward. Holt Fitz picks it up. Gestures to his forwards to make a lead. Gets around one defender, but he's held on to. Makes a handball attempt. And he gives away the free kick for holding the ball.
So Southern Districts win the free kick, long down the line. Big Gallows there, gets in front, can't grasp it. Shark by the Southern Districts player, throws it on the left foot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Free kick to Nightcliff.
Just trying to work out who the players are. Bit of a challenging position with the sun here today as well to work out who these players are. But I think it was Bowlesy who kicked in for Nightcliff. Doesn't find a target, so the ball rolls forward. The Nightcliff players wrapped up at half forward under the tackle. And the umpire will call for a ball up.
So ruckman nominate. About 55 metres out from the Nightcliff goal. Players over the ball. Southern Districts player dispossessed. Ball spills out wide to the Southern Districts players hanging on off the back, and they're roaming forward here. Gives the handball over the top to Farah. Farah tries to go over the top but doesn't hit it well. I think that's Rowlands who picks up. He's wrapped up. Don't think he had prior. Ooh, umpire says he didn't make an attempt to get rid of it, and that's a free kick there to Nightcliff.
Not a good play on there from, I think it was Jones. He straight into Ganley on the mark, and Districts now on the offence again. Trying to take possession. It's Watts over there is wrapped up, but he's corralled over the boundary line and will have a throw-in on that far wing.
Boundary umpire sets up, launches in. I think that's McGregor at the back there. He's severely undersized to Gallo, as most people in the comp are, but that's the benefit. That's a good follow-up. Gives the handball. Nightcliff on the left foot towards their 50. However, the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a free kick to Southern Districts.
And it's been a pretty sort of balanced start to the game so far. No one's really controlled it. A bit of back and forth in between those two forward 50 yucks. Just the one shot on goal so far from, I think it's Diebel or Zeeble from Southern Districts. But apart from that, no one's really seemed to take control of the game. We'll have a ball up now, just forward of centre for Southern Districts, and it's Gallo and McGregor in the ruck, which will be a pretty interesting battle, as you've mentioned a couple of times already, Clint. No one can take possession. I think it was Nightcliff who had the ball, but is wrapped up. We'll have another ball up.
So I think, Will, if you're Southern Districts, you're pretty happy with this start. You know, Nightcliff haven't scored 5 minutes in, and they're winning the clearances here. Handball over the top. He faked one. Rowlands dispossessed. Nightcliff with the chain of handballs. Gives it to Eilert on the right foot. He was dumped after he kicked it. Umpire has paid advantage. Ball goes out to the wing. First there is Bo Schwartz. A little foot on it forward. Ball trickles out. Closely behind him was Wilson, and we'll get another boundary throw in.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Districts will be pretty happy with this start, but it can't just rest at 1 point to nothing. They want to add some scoreboard pressure as well. So Gallo and McGregor in the ruck again. McGregor, I think he got a fist to it. Gets it out to Ogden. Throws it on his right and goes forward. What's the target? Didn't quite get to his bowls. He gets a handball out to Philo. Philo throws a hand to no one in particular. Snap towards goal, and Lee Williams is there. The big man dropped a sitter.
Oh, he's got his foot to that, Will.
I think he might have. Umpires call the goal.
No, that's a good call by the umpire. He dropped the sitter there, the big fella. He's a massive unit and has dropped an absolute sitter in the square, recovered and got his toe to it. And we're almost sitting on that goal line. We got the perfect view of it, which is not the ideal spot for commentary, but... yeah, good call by the umpire. Good start, Southern Districts there, 1-1-7, leading Nightcliff yet to score.
Good spot to watch that goal go through. Yeah, definitely a goal. As you said, he dropped a sitter, but he made amends for it, the big fella. So good start for Districts. They lead 1-1-7. Nightcliff yet to score. 6.5 minutes through this first quarter here at Darwin Mazda Oval here in Nightcliff.
Two ruckmen go up. Ball there, Shark by Staunton, throws it around the corner on the left boot. First, there's going to be the Southern Districts player. The Nightcliff player held off him there. I'm not too sure what he was looking for. Went back and had a good second effort. Thought it may have been touched off the boot, however, it's not. And the ball goes out of bounds, and the free kick there will be taken by Jonathan Peris.
Yeah, a bit too much on it there from Pemberton, and he just threw it on the boot and hoped for the best. And fortunately, it went out of bounds, and they've coughed up the ball. Nightcliff haven't done much better there through Paris. Got lucky to get a free kick there. It will come to Dirksen again. Looks to push it a bit up the line, and it's a Gee, pretty silky kick to Cam Eilert there. Threaded the needle.
Who's gone forward now, Will?
Yeah, started in the back line on that half back line, and is slowly moved up the ground.
So Southern District's into the middle, can't get it through, and the mark there taken by we can't see.
Sam Harper there.
Sam Harper. I thought he was the keeper for the Melbourne Renegades, but he's out there. He takes it in the middle. Nightcliff through a chain of handballs. Jamie Jones runs clear, runs 10 metres on the boot. A wobbly punt onto the chest of Violet. He does well, but so does his Southern District's defender. And Southern District's going to clear here. That's a nice clearing kick out wide to Farah. Farah bounced off his chest. However, he manages to grasp it. They've got numbers here. Over the top to Schwartz. Schwartz fades on the inside. Goes to the leading Williams. Doesn't hit him well. Ross in front. Can't mark. Handball to Jones. Handball over the top. And Nightcliff are going to clear here. Back to Jones, who started well. Geez, he almost ran out of bounds then. Shanks a kick forward. Puts it into the advantage of Eilert. Eilert again can't gather. That's good pressure from the Southern District's defender. And he's earned himself a free kick there. That's Bowden. So that's a juicy match up there, Will. Bowden versus Eilert forward. That's one to watch all day.
Yeah, two of the best players we've seen this year. Great one-handed mark there by Luke Smith, and he looks pretty confident himself. I think he's going to go back and line up. So Luke Smith, he's only played a handful of games up here in the Territory. Played some good footy down south. Listed with Geelong VFL and plenty of other clubs along the way. He's a great addition to the District's lineup this year.
And Southern District's got a lot of those players, don't they, Will, they've got high-level Victorian country or sample experience. So
yeah, they do. And Smith made good use of the man on the mark rule there, but he's just hooked it a bit and it's come through from behind. So Districts push out to an 8-point lead early in the or halfway through this first quarter here.
Nightcliff play on from the kick. Chips it out, 45 away from goal, and the mark there taken by Nathan Brown. Nathan Brown doesn't have too much forward, goes right down the line. He needed to be precise with the kick, he wasn't.
It's out on the full.
There, Elijah Ware couldn't take it, and I think that'll be Bo Schwartz to bring the ball back in. So he goes inside 50. It's a 2-on-2. Jamie Jones over the back, held on well. Gives the handball to Wills. Wills over the top, but it's intercepted there by Watts. Watts goes backwards. Drop mark there by Rusker. Wilson picks up. He gives the handball there to Harper. Harper over the top. Well done there by Watts. Oh, he's got through some traffic there. The look away handball. Handball's there to Bo Schwartz. Bo Schwartz goes inboard. It needed to be good and it wasn't. And the mark there taken by John Butcher. Now they're off to the races here, Nightcliff. He puts it out in front of Eilert. He's got a paddock in front of him. He needs to get round here. That's well done there by Southern Districts. And there's been sort of 3 occasions now it's been one-on-one, and we can't actually see who that player is. There's
Michael Bowden, that matchup we've just mentioned before, Clint. It'll be one to watch all day. And, yeah, Bowden's definitely got the better of him in that contest.
I think there's another one who dropped into that contest who did really well. So that's a ripper. And the ball goes out of bounds on the wing.
So, yeah, it's pace is definitely sped up in these last few minutes here. District's definitely looking probably the faster paced team, moving it forward, but Nightcliff had a really strong opportunity there. They had a bit too much time on their hands up forward. Away they go again as the player moves forward. And, gee, that's a great pass. Can't quite work out who it is, and Eilert's on the lead again, but it's cut off by Delahaye, I think, in the back line. Finds his man in the middle. It's Bull. Looks to go to that far wing. It's just a short kick out. Play on. And they work their way down that far wing. Few options. Smith leading in the pocket. Doesn't go to him. Farah made a half lead, went to him. It wasn't a great kick. Nightcliff now to mop it up, and Ware in the back pocket. Now with possession. Kicks it to the run of Jones, and he's got a paddock in front of him. Takes it without breaking stride, throws it on the boot. Not a great kick, kicks it into space. Could find the boundary line, which wouldn't be a bad result, but Holt Fitz takes possession and he'll dance around one, give the hands off, get it back.
Oh.
Here we go. Kicks it forward towards goal, and gee, he's butchered that one. It's out on the full. Great build up to that, but he couldn't quite convert.
Likes his pockets, Holtz Fitz. I've noticed that. I know Eddie's the king of pockets, but yeah, if he's got a bit of space in the pocket, look out, and he's in good form. So the fella from Tennant Creek who's dominating up here, and he played in the Tennant Creek Grand Final last year, so he went back to where he's from, and good on him, and helped the Spitfires get the win down there. So Southern Districts come forward. Ball goes over the back to Farah. He spins inside onto his left foot. It's a 2-on-2 inside. Big Zai ball. Can't get there. Ross over the back. Manages to get a clean kick away around the corner. Just pulls it a smidge too far. And that's 1 point to Southern Districts. They move to 1 goal, 3-9. Ladder leaders and yet to score.
It was, Luke Smith there, who's had a pretty fast start in the forward line. He's looking very lively, very dangerous, so you're keen to see what he can do for the rest of the game. Jones plays on from full back for Nightcliff, kicking out, comes across this near wing, finds his man in Harper. He goes off to Philo, throws on the left, a bit of a floater forward, but he found his man. Nightcliff, not a great kick off the boot, smothered by Districts. Bowden now in the centre of the ground, wheels on his left. Smith the target again, uses his body but not quite well enough. He'll be first to it though, keeps it alive, hands it back in. Under hot pursuit, Districts are. It was a 1-on-3, but the one got his kick away. Williams the target, and that's a much better attempt at a mark. He takes it in the forward pocket. Pretty tight angle, but he'll go back. And I think he's going to take a set shot here.
Yeah, he was just behind there, Williams. He wasn't in front, and the kick had just enough off it to get over the defender's head, which I think is Dirkston.
Roger Morris, I think it is.
Roger Morris, sorry. So, yeah, kick had enough on it over the top, and it actually worked out really well to his favour.
Here Williams goes, gun goal kicker for Norwood in the Eastern Footy League in Victoria, and he slots that one. And gives a double high five to Luke Smith, who was the player who kept the ball in board there on that apex of the 50-metre arc and the boundary line. Did a very good job there, and Williams has finished it off. That's his second goal for the game. And somewhat surprisingly, it's Southern Districts in these early stages who lead 2 goals, 3-15. Nightcliff yet to score.
Yeah, they bounced out of the blocks well, Will. They look the better team at this stage. Obviously, it's only early. Nightcliff left Cameron Islet one out in the 50 a few times there, but Southern Districts have repelled those attacks when it went in. So it's a good start from them, and they'll be very happy with the start in the new year. So ball back in the middle, big Gallo up, great tap. Bowden's gone in the middle. He gives it to Staunton. Staunton on the right boot. Just didn't favour the big fella Williams, and the mark there taken by Morris. Morris is going to go to the outer side of the ground. It's a good kick, good pressure from Southern Districts. Umpire's paid there, I think, a chop of the arms, which is the correct call. And it's going to be a free kick there to Nightcliff. Not too much forward, so he's going to go long down the line. That's a good kick. Umpire's paid in the back.
Player tried to take advantage, but umpire, as you said, will call him back, and we'll see if Nightcliff are looking pretty hungry to get on the board. Philo throws on his boot from a long way out to no one in particular, and it'll be an easy mark. Driscoll back there, but it's bounced off his chest. Made his teammates work for it. Looks like they might get out here. No, Nightcliff take possession. It's a hot ball, hot potato in that forward pocket. Districts kick across goal, dangerous but effective. And they could be away here on that far side.
So I think that's Rusker on the far side, takes the mark, looks down the wing. Again, probably not to his favour, his opposition. However, they got numbers here. Little handball forward. Southern Districts go forward. Farah's there. Big Zeebel's there. It started well. He's presenting well. Sorry, not Zeebel, Zeitbel. He's pushing up and providing big target. He's a big unit. Nightcliff get the fist in there and the ball goes out of bounds. We'll get a boundary throw in on the far wing.
And the big man Gallo and McGregor in the ruck. Gallo gets it again. No surprises there, but no one takes possession. It's a scrimmage on the ground, and umpire will call for another throw in.
So fair few players around the ball. Big Gallo's going to get his hand on it most day, and they are winning the clearance. Southern Districts noticeably. Shark forward, big Zeitbull goes over the top. Southern Districts player Morris is first there, gets one forward, but only comes off the knee. Shark there by Southern Districts. That's a beautiful kick out in front of Luke Smith. Didn't have to break stride. It's pushed him a little far out from goal. He's not a massive fella. He's probably going to be kicking it from about 46 metres, but with this new rule, Will, I reckon he can run around, cringe another sort of 5 or 6 metres, and I reckon he's within range.
Yeah, he used that last time. Unfortunately, he just pulled it to the near side, but he knows how to use that rule well, and I dare say he'll try and use it again. As he strolls in here, it's a pretty straight run up, and straight through the middle, and he's happy with that. So Districts push out to a 21-point lead. 3 goals, 3-21. Plays 0 goals, 0-0. It's Southern Districts by 21 points here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval, and you're watching the 2021-22 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 13 clash. Cam Wild will be an interesting player to watch today. He's now in the middle. He's played everywhere so far. He started on that back line. He's presented up forward as an option, and as I've just said, he's now playing on Rollins in the middle.
And I'm just thinking, Will, with the omissions from their team due to COVID or due to travel or whatever, he's obviously they'd like to, play him throughout the season in the back line or, and try and save his body. But I reckon they're going to have to throw him around everywhere today, which is what we've seen. So right on cue, wins it out in the middle. Nightcliff get it, goes to Philo. Philo there to the running Nightcliff player, can't gather. Rollins picks up, gives the handball to Rusker, gives the handball back to Staunton. Staunton goes forward, sets a task for Zeitbull. He's outnumbered 2-on-1, but he does well there, the big fella. Taps it to the line, second effort, Nightcliff gather. Beautiful 15-metre handball forward. And I think that was Bowles, throws on the left foot forward, but it wasn't to the advantage of his teammate. And the mark there on the half-back flank taken by Farah.
Districts now looking to come out of the back line on that far side. Not many options up forward. He finds one there, goes over the top. Ball again in dispute. And Nightcliff look to get away with it. Player tackled under that shade of the big tree over there. We'll have a ball up by the umpire. And Clint, it is a hot day, and does seem like the players are going to fade the more we get into this red time of each quarter. You're starting to see that kick there. The Districts player and halfback didn't really have a lot coming at him, and he just sort of had to bomb it long. So it could be a game of attrition in which team can last the longest, which will be particularly interesting given both teams seem somewhat depleted, as we've said, due to COVID sort of entering the community up here, and that Christmas break also seeing players head into state for travel and festivities and whatnot.
Yeah, you're right, mate, and I think first game back, it's a massive opportunity for Southern Districts. Perhaps not a game pre-season. Their coach would have marked in for a victory, but currently sitting in fifth, if they can beat the ladder leaders today, it sets up their season really, really well and makes it very, very tough for Palmerston and Buffaloes to try and steal that fifth position off them. As we know, in the Northern Territory or the NTFL, it's a 5-team final series. So, yeah. And the ball goes in the middle. Rusker juggling around, turns his man inside out, gives the handball. Not taken well there by his teammate. And the ball there is won by, I can't see the number, Will. I can't see these white numbers on the back of the Guernseys.
Bailey Edwards, I think it was there.
Edwards, he goes forward to Eilert. Eilert picks up on the right boot, doesn't hit it well, tries to bring it back. That was Wilson leading for him forward of the ball. Doesn't hit it well, and the ball goes out of bounds 10, 15 metres around from the behind post.
Players waiting for that ball to come back over the boundary line. Looks forward again, not a lot of movement for him, not too many options. So he'll go long. The ball comes out over the back. Districts player is first to it, picks it up. He's in a yard of space, takes one bounce, takes a second bounce. Smith probably timed his lead a bit too early there, and now there's nothing too far forward. Kicks it forward now. Smith's at the drop of it. Takes a good mark.
Well done.
Juggled it. Oh. Umpire calls play on. Tries to get it through to Bowden. Good work by the Nightcliff defence. And they come out with a wobbly one, but it finds Ware just outside the defensive 50. They got away with one there, Nightcliff. Luke Smith wouldn't be happy with that.
Yeah, it's pretty close to being paying a mark. He got a whole heap of it. Anyway, Nightcliff have cleared. Handball forward. Throws it on the boot forward. It's a 2-on-1 favouring Southern Districts. They're playing Cam on it really well. Southern Districts first back, as you'd expect. He's dispossessed, didn't get rid of it properly. And the umpires awarded the free kick there to Nightcliff. He doesn't waste any time. He plays on, goes into the middle, 20 metres out from goal. It's a 2-on-2. Nightcliff player fries across the front of the pack. Siren goes.
And that's quarter time. So
3 for 1 behind.
Somewhat surprisingly, it's Southern Districts with a 20-point lead. It's 3 goals, 3, 21 to 1 behind. Those 2 goal scorers for Southern Districts. Lee Williams with 2 and Luke Smith with 1, who've both been very lively and active up forward. I think Smith in particular has got potential to move into the middle of the ground and cause havoc there, but so far they'd be a big headache for Bucksy. We'll be back after a short break here. You're listening to the 2021-2022 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League. Welcome back to Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. I'm Wills. With me is Clint Firth, and you're watching round 13 action of the 2021-22 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League between Nightcliff and Southern Districts. Quarter time, it's somewhat surprisingly at Southern Districts with the 21-point advantage. 3 goals, 3-21 plays. Nightcliff, who are yet to score. What are your thoughts of that? What are your thoughts on that first quarter, Clint?
Yeah, Southern Districts will be stoked with the way they've started the new year. Really, really good. Looked the better team. As we know, you can never write off Nightcliff. It is hot, Will, like you said, and it's going to be a battle of the fittest. I think even though the wind's sort of going more across the ground, I think Southern Districts were kicking with it if there was any breeze favour in that quarter. So Nightcliff will have it this quarter. It's not major. It's going more across the ground. However, will favour Nightcliff this quarter. So I think Nightcliff, they're short of a ruckman. I can see him. Big Gallows, 205 centimetres. He's getting his hand on the ball. Staunton's getting the clearances, and I think that's where Southern District's got the upper hand in that first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. That big Paddy Gallows, pretty hard to match the best of times, let alone when you don't have a main ruckman. But McGregor's going to give him a crack as he does there, but it's not enough. Gallo gets the tap out, and Bull has a second attempt at getting the clearance. That was a much better one as Districts go forward and look to pick up where they left off at the end of that first quarter. The umpire will call a free kick in Nightcliff's favour. And that back flank go out wide to the near side wing now. And coming over the top, Eilett's the target and plenty of space. You can't give him that sort of space. He plays on, throws on his right to the advantage of the play running forward. The boundary line beats him to it.
Yeah, in front of Dirkston there. Kick didn't hit the target. So I think the players perhaps coming back, Will, you know, a little bit of a break over Christmas. They've seen a few chest marks dropped, and even someone like Daniel Bowles, who, in my opinion, is the best user of the footy in the competition, has struggled. He's shanked a few kicks. So players probably still finding their niche after the Christmas break. Ball sharked there by Staunton. Wins the clearance. Goes to McGregor, who's playing a kick behind the play. Well picked up. He gives the handball there to Politis. Nightcliff go forward. First to it is Driscoll, dispossessed by Holtz Fitch. Driscoll back on it. Interesting how he pays this. Eilett's first there. Philo's first there. Sells the candy to Staunton from 45. Shanks one forward. Doesn't hit it well at all. And the ball trickles out in the forward pocket.
A bit nervous going forward, Nightcliff. I think they just want to get one through the big sticks and it'll settle their nerves. But until that happens, it's pretty nervous in their forward line. In pole position here on the members' grandstand at the Nightcliff Club, Nightcliff Sports Club. We'll have a ball up in that forward pocket. Butcher on Gallo. Butcher gets a fist to it. It'll be Harper first to it. Gets it to Philo. Looks to sell some candy. Tackled as he kicked it. Wasn't effective. Holt Fitz hits it hard. Can't take possession again. Brown throws on the boot, but straight up and straight down. Butcher couldn't mark it. Ball hits the ground now. It's a hot footy. And Harper's the target here. Will he take the mark? Yes, he does.
Yeah, up against the much shorter Staunton there. Staunton did well to push back, but when that kick went up in the air, it was always going to be undersized, and that's a good grab there by the Nightcliff player. Harper.
So Harper will be lining up for Nightcliff's first score of the game. They've had about 2 shots, both out on the full, or one fell short, one out on the full in that first quarter. He's pushed it pretty far, and again, still yet to trouble the scorers, Nightcliff.
Geez, I wouldn't have thought for a quarter and 5 minutes, quarter and 3 minutes, Nightcliff would have been kept scoreless too many times over the last 4 or 5 years, Will. So credit to Southern Districts, and need to put this score, get it on the scoreboard whilst they've got this advantage. Delahy, shocking kick forward, trickles out of bounds, 45 metres out, and we'll get a throw in.
And Districts, of course, did beat Nightcliff earlier this year, so they have done it before, and could be a bit of a monkey on the back for Nightcliff.
So players set up around this stoppage. think Gallows manoeuvred out of it. Umpire says play on. Well done there by the Nightcliff player. Puts it forward. Eilert was in pole position. Driscoll came through and spoiled. Out in front of Bowden. He's got the loose runner out in front of him, and that is Lionel Ogden. And there he goes. Ogden down the wing. Goes to the leading player forward. That's Big Williams. He takes it out in front. Doesn't waste any time. Spins on the right foot. Goes inside 50. Luke Smith can't get his hands to it. That was really well defended there by Nightcliff. Smith goes back. Thought he might have been held. Thrown on the boot by Southern Districts. Ball goes back in. Ogden, he's going to send it back inside 50. Ball to the hot spot, and Big Williams sticks his big frame. The man from the Sample down there, who's a good player, and I like the look. He kicked a lot of goals at against Tiwi when we called him. He's got a massive frame and producing a few problems down there for Nightcliff. So he's taking the mark, and he's going to kick from about 40 metres out.
Tigers, I love you, Tigers. Come on, Tigers. Please. Tigers.
Williams walks in.
Yes.
Gee, wasn't a great one off the boot, and he's just pushed it to the near side.
You're the best.
So Districts move out to a 22-point lead. It's 3-4 with Nightcliff still yet to score. And as you said, not many times in the past 3 years they would have gone a quarter and 5 minutes without hitting the scoreboard, but that's where we find ourselves. Is they look to move forward now, but it wasn't a great kick in. They could get away here. Nightcliff on that far wing. McGregor handballs it away while he's being tackled. Districts managed to make the most of it. Ogden hacked it forward on his boot, bounced over the player. Districts work it back. The kick forward to the hot spot. In fact, it's towards goal. It's just touched over the line. So another behind for Districts. 3 goals, 5-23, leading Nightcliff on 0.
Come on, pussycats.
Crowd enjoying it, Will. Just getting into it, as they do.
Absolutely. We love it here at local footy, don't we?
It should be quite pleasant, I think, when the sun goes down a little bit. It should be a really good afternoon of footy. So, Nightcliff clear. However, ball read there best by Southern Districts. I think that's Bull. He takes the mark, goes forward. However, Bowles intercepts for Nightcliff on that beautiful left foot, goes into the middle to the leading Wilson. Wilson takes it. Here's the voice on the outside, puts it out in front of him. Well done, out in front. The Nightcliff player grabs, got a push in the back as he kicked it. Ball goes to Eilert. Again, that's well done by Bowden. Bowden's having the better of that. Eilert's had a few chances, and Southern Districts are going to clear here, and the mark taken by Breed. Breed goes down the line to a one-on-one. Ball goes over the head, and Wilson, who put it inside 50, takes the mark, and he goes inboard. Nightcliff are going to reload here and go inside 50. However, umpire Mark Noonan has seen something off the ball. Bowden not complaining. I think Eilert was getting held there, Will, by the look of it.
Yeah, he'll get the free kick, and I don't want to give the commentators curse, but surely they break their scoring duck here, don't they?
Well, you'd think so from 20 metres out. I reckon this is going to go straight through the middle, and geez, Bowden's done well on him so far. I mean, Southern District, and they've always had that third man up against him, so they brought the ball to Eilert 5 or 6 times. It looked really dangerous. Southern Districts have repelled them. Some body work off the ball there by Bowden got seen by Mark Noonan after 300 games. You won't miss much. So Eilert here to put the first goal on the board for Nightcliff from 30 metres. Makes the goal umpire work, pushes across the face, and he's missed.
They're on the board at least. But it's just a minor score. So Nightcliff finally one behind, plays 3 goals, 5-23 here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. And it'll be that man Bowden who's had the better of Eilert so far today, you'd say. To resume play, he plays on from full back. Looks to go out that far wing side. And what's the target? Couldn't get a leap. Nightcliff will have a chance to reload. Plenty forward. Not a great kick. Wilson has hit the ground. Eilert hands it over the top. Butcher now, surely.
Oh.
And great defensive effort from Fraser Driscoll there. He got a hand to it.
I think the goal umpire was a little bit confused then. Driscoll got his fist in there just as Butcher was kicking it, and I think she wasn't too sure what it was. Anyway, 2 from behind. Bowden plays on, clears the ball. Oh, bounces almost on the line.
Looking for Pemberton there, but yeah, just put a bit too much on it, and it'll be a free kick to Nightcliff bringing it back in.
I thought because he played on, Will, that's not a free kick, am I?
We'll see what the umpire says. I think it might be a... Oh, no, it looks like it'll be, a ball up, a throw-in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure once the full-back leaves that square and doesn't play on directly from that square, it's a... even if he does kick it out without being touched, it's not a free kick. So, umpire there throws up. Nightcliff player there first. Beautiful tap. Well sharked there by Nightcliff player. Handball over the top. Picked up there by...
It's Pemberton to Ganley. Ganley pushes it out towards the scoreboard. Not really to a target in particular, and the ball rolls over the boundary line. So, another ball up, this time on the District's flank. District's forward flank on this near wing. So Districts still seem to have the better of it. And they're keeping the ball forward, which is an important part of footy in this day and age. Not letting Nightcliff get it into their forward line easily. And here we go again, Districts first to the ball. Nightcliff players tackled. Take possession of it, but not easily. Wilson now on the end of it. Escapes one. Gets a kick out wide. Good mark on that far wing. Now the lead into Dirksen.
Great kick.
Good kick and a good mark there. Great vision from the Nightcliff player. And he looks like he'll line up and have a shot on goal.
So a little bit more promising play here from Nightcliff, Will. They're just getting a little bit more possession and getting the run of play. So they're kicking with, slightly towards the way the breeze is going, and they really need to put one through the middle here. They've had the run of the game in the last 10 minutes.
So he got pretty close to the man on the mark there, and he's just pulled it to his near side. It's another behind. So Southern Districts 3 goals 5-23 with a handy 20-point lead against Nightcliff. Yet to score a goal on 3 behinds.
Bowden to bring the ball back in. Johnson makes a little lead for him, who's playing on Holtz Fitz, and Holtz Fitz yet to hit the scoreboard. So he's the small forward of the competition, Holtz Fitz, and Johnson's done a magnificent job on him. He clears out a defensive 50, however, the mark taken by Bowles. He sends it back in. However, the mark there chopped off by Rowlands. Rowlands doesn't waste any time. To his Southern Districts teammate, he can't take the mark. He's dispossessed there. Nightcliff picked the ball up, defensive handball. And they go into the middle of the centre circle. This is better. 2 bows from the run behind. That's, I think, Philo on the right boot to a big one-on-one. Big Butcher gets the better of his opposition there. Driscoll, shark there by Holt Fitz on the left foot at the top of the square. It's a one-on-one. And well done by Della. He gets a fist in there.
Again, great defensive work from Southern Districts. They're not letting them get any easy possessions inside their forward 50, and at this stage you'd say that's probably what the big difference is. It's all been up Nightcliff's end so far this quarter, but they've only got 4 behinds to show for it. As Bowden resumes play, brings it in, not a great kick, and it's Brody Philo again, kicks forward, Butcher the target, couldn't take the mark. Holt Fitz there to Crum, Wilson also there to Crum, tried to get the ball but couldn't take possession. Plenty of Crocs there at the bottom of the pack.
Good pressure from Nightcliff, pushing them back here. As Southern Districts clear. Oh, it's a hospital kick. Players committed really well. Well done there by the Southern Districts player. That's Will Rowlands. And he goes back for a second effort. Unfortunately, I think the umpires had judged it high, but he put his body on the line there, Will. Yeah. Created a contest. And well done to the Nightcliff player as well.
Yeah, great work there. Matty Kane, would be very happy with his efforts there. Unfortunately, they've given away the free kick, but he didn't take his eyes off the ball, running back with the flight, and probably could have sensed that he had it wasn't the biggest weight in the world, but some weight coming against him the other way, looking to attack the footy as well.
So this is Hopkins for Nightcliff from 45. Not going to make it to a one-on-one. Big Butcher goes early. And Driscoll right next to him. Pushes the ball through for a behind. So those of you watching, I'm sure a lot of people up here. John Butcher played for Port Adelaide. How many games, Will?
Well, it would have been between, not quite 50 games, but pretty handy player for Port Adelaide. I think he was sort of competing with Justin Westhoff, so it was never going to be easy for him, but he's had a few handy years up here so far. He's played in round 1 this year. I think he kicked 3 goals against St Mary's, and he's definitely their big target up forward so far today.
So they'll qualify him for finals, get the 3 games, and there, you know, once he gets a few more games on his belt, there's a big key forward target come finals time. Free kick there, won by Ogden. Nice little kick forward, and he hits up Matty McGlinden. Nightcliff all back here, not too much forward for him. He goes short to the hard-leading Williams. Does well. The Nightcliff player was going to chop it off. Ball picked up there by Schwartz, who's been in good form. Smothered there by the Nightcliff player, and directly under the scoreboard, we're going to get a throw in.
And it all seems to be on District's terms. As you said, Williams sort of knew he wasn't going to get the mark there, but he hasn't given up. He's gotten a fist in and made sure they didn't lose the contest, and it's a 0-0 draw there, so we'll have ball up, and Districts are looking like it could be their turn to move forward now as Gallo gets the tap away. Johnson at the bottom of the pack couldn't take possession. Gallo throws it on his boot, goes forward. Good work from the big man. Couldn't quite take the mark in the forward line, was the Districts player. Can't quite see who it is, but it comes out now. Rowlands throws it forward. Williams is there, and he takes the mark at the top of the square, plays on, kicks a goal, and that's his 3rd for the day.
Yeah, he's becoming a problem down there, Big Williams. He's playing well.
So Lee Williams listed with Melbourne Football Club in the early 2010s. As we said, he's played for Norwood in Victoria's Eastern Footy League, and I think he's kicked something like 700 league goals for them, so he knows how to find them, and as you said, he's had a pretty handy game against Tiwi Bombers earlier this year. He's kicked 3 today, and looking to be a pretty important player for them.
So as we tick past the 15-minute mark of this second quarter, Southern Districts 4 goals, 5-29. Nightcliff 0 goals, 5-5, yet to score. So I don't think anyone would have expected, 20 minutes into the second quarter, Nightcliff yet to get on the board, but you do not write them off. As Philo's dispossessed there, Nightcliff player first back on it. Nice chain of handballs, well done there by Snelling. Snelling goes forward, the Nightcliff player spins out of trouble, almost wrapped up by Bout, and this is good movement. Hopkins goes forward to the leading Wilson, and right out in front, Wilson takes it in front of his face.
He looks like he's going to go back and have a shot. Wilson, probably one of those players so far for Nightcliff who hasn't quite been at his best, and he's definitely got spark to offer for them, and probably needs to turn that on if Nightcliff are to work their way back in the game. Strolls in now, and gee, that's not a great kick. Made the goal umpires work, and it's another behind. So they move to 6 behinds. Yet to get a major today, which should be a major concern for Chris Sparks in the coach's box, Clint.
Yeah, not the start they were looking for. Now, they were always bringing it out the far side there with the win. So Driscoll plays on, runs his full 15, goes to the big man Gallo. He does well, gets it. He's going to get wrapped up here. It's too slow, holding the ball. See it a mile away. He just thought too long when he had it. He heard the voice but didn't get his hand a ball. And I think that's Eilert. He gets the free kick, sends it inside 50 to Big Butcher. He's got good body position. Well done there by well done there by Johnson, who was severely outsized there against the much bigger Butcher.
Giving him about a head's worth of height there, and yeah, very good effort to get some hands in and make it a 0-0 draw in that contest there.
Yeah, I think he's owned off then, Johnson. I don't think Butcher's his direct opponent, so credit to him. And I think he's playing on Holt Fitz a lot as well, and Holt Fitz hasn't touched it. So here's Butcher, gives the handball back. Nightcliff on the left foot, ball goes high. Southern Districts have to sweep it back. It doesn't matter, it's pinched by Wilson, and from the square puts Nightcliff's first goal through.
So Nightcliff now, finally with a major on the board, moved to 1 goal, 6-12. Trailing Southern Districts Crocs on 4 goals, 5-29. It's a 17-point lead as we move to the close towards the 17-minute mark or 17.5-minute mark of this first quarter in the round 13 action here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval with the 2021-22 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League season. And Clint, do you think that's the spark that Nightcliff need? Do you think now they get rolling?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's been a much better quarter for them. They were severely outplayed in the first quarter, and I just got a sense they're going to come back. They're obviously the reigning premiers and top of the table. They're not going to go down easy, and I'm just not sure Southern Districts have put enough scoreboard pressure on whilst they have the dominance of this game. So it'll be interesting to see as the players battle for the ball inside. Well done there by Bull. He's like a raging bull in there. Ball comes back there, picked up there by the Nightcliff player, goes forward. Neither player could mark, and the ball's punched out of bounds, and we'll get a throw in 50 metres around from goal as we're close to ticking into time on in this second quarter.
And there's a player down in the middle for Districts. It might be Pemberton. I can't quite tell who it is. Looks in a bit of pain. Not sure if it's just a bit of a wind or a corky or something, but looks like he'll be helped from the ground. Assistance to the trainers. It is Pemberton. Play now underway in the forward pocket. And it's Districts who, it's a good barrel there from Maney. Just into space, cleared it. Nightcliff now take possession, go inboard. Bowles, he takes the mark, Daniel Bowles, and he goes forward. Finds his man in Dirksen. He looks to wheel around on his right. Umpire calls play on. He's got Cam Islet at full forward. And Holt Fitz, who takes an uncontested mark in the goal square, easy as you like.
Yeah, unfortunately, Maney didn't get body contact with him then. It was dangerous going in when you saw Islet one-on-one and Holt Fitz lurking at his feet. Maney chose to stay off, didn't make body contact, lost Holt Fitz, and Holt Fitz ends up taking a very easy mark in the square.
And he looked very, very dangerous early on in that first quarter. Didn't add to the scoreboard, but he had a few interesting passages of play, and again, one of those players who can give Nightcliff a spark to bring them back into this game. So he walks in from point blank range, puts it through. Nightcliff's second goal in a row. They move to 2 goals, 6-18, trailing Southern Districts on 4 goals, 5-29. It's an 11-point margin as we move just past the 20-minute marker this second quarter here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval.
Yeah, I think if he had his time again, Maney, he won't like to watch that, but he'll learn from that. And yeah, he just didn't make any body contact, and someone like Holtz Fitz is going to eat you up every time. And wasn't goal side either, so he's probably made 2 mistakes there.
It's interesting. Nightcliff have only kicked 2 goals in about 3 minutes worth of play, and we're almost at half time, but you feel like it's Districts who are on the back burner and need to stop the bleeding. Let's see what they can do here before the main break.
Ball back in the middle. Nightcliff player, I think that's Dirkston, wins it, little hand forward. Nightcliff player puts his head over it. Going in there hard, I think it was Kaya Jones. And we'll have another ball up in the middle.
It's Jones in the ruck. Gallo's taking a much deserved rest after rucking very well throughout this first half.
And I think they need to save him, Will. I think he could play, if this game gets tight towards the end, Gallo's work at the clearances could be crucial. Ball goes inside 50. Well read there by Driscoll. Nightcliff player Islet goes over the top. Well done, Driscoll. Gets up, puts it on the right boot. However, there's a lot of Tigers out there. Ball taken there by Bowes. He gives the defensive handball back. Nightcliff settle. A little 25-metre chip over the top. And the mark they're taken, he runs around, goes inside 50. Big Butchers at the back there, has the jump, doesn't stick. Oh, he's going to put it on the boot. He's dispossessed. I'm not sure how he got rid of that. Maybe a one-handed handball. Holt Fitz is always roaming around there, throws it on the boot. However, right back on the line there for the Southern Districts Crocs was Luke Delahy and got an important fist through for a behind.
Matty Cano would be happy with that. There's a contested ball about 20 metres out from goal, and there's a defensive play on the goal line to make sure that anything that comes their way won't go through easily. Bowden now to resume play. Again out of fullback for Districts, and he goes to that far wing against the wind. Couldn't quite find Farah, and Nightcliff will take possession, look to move forward, but Watts rolls around on his right with the ball, kicks it inboard, and finds his man. Oh, couldn't quite take a mark, and hit the knees of a Nightcliff player as he hit the ground. Nightcliff's turn now to go forward. Player dances around one defender. Helicopter handball forward, but it paid off. Now they come forward. And Butcher the target at full forward again. Couldn't take the mark. Good work by Driscoll there. Holt Fitz being held by, and he'll get a free kick against Breed. So very creative, and Holt Fitz will have a kick after the siren here.
Yeah, my first look at it, Will, I didn't think there was too much in that. I'm not going to say too much because I I only looked at it quickly. It's just in front of us, but Maney's not. Jackson Breed there is not. He's not arguing too much. So Holtzfitz to have a shot, and suddenly he's injected himself into this game. We said he's a match winner, the dominant small forward in the comp at the moment, and this is for his second. And to really give Nightcliff a good lead into the halftime break. So Holtzfitz comes in, very direct run up, taking his time. He's going to kick from about 25 metres out by the time he puts it on the boot. Puts it on that right boot. Umpire moves a long way and he's missed.
So it's 2 goals, 8, 20 at half time. Plays 4 goals, 5, 29. Southern Districts with an unlikely 9-point lead. Those goal kickers, Lee Williams, the big man up forward for Southern Districts with 3, and Luke Smith with 1. Sean Wilson with 1 and Holtzfitz with 1. Welcome back to Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval for round 13 action of the 2021-22 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League season clash between Nightcliff and Southern Districts. It's Southern Districts who have the lead in this game. It's 4 goals, 5-29 to Nightcliff, 2 goals, 8-20. Goal kickers so far, Lee Williams with 3 for Southern Districts and Luke Smith with 1. Both have been very lively up forward, while for Nightcliff it's Holt, Fitz and Wilson who got the last 2 goals of the half in the last 5 minutes or so. Up to that point, they were goalless. Been a pretty interesting game so far. Who have your top couple of players been, Clint?
Yeah, I think for Southern Districts, Staunton and Williams have been their best 2 in the first half. Williams is a presence forward. Every time the ball goes forward, he looks dangerous, and I thought he impacted the game really well in the first quarter. Staunton at the feet of Gallo, the big ruckman, is winning a lot of the footy in the middle. He's been doing it for a long, long time, but I thought his first half was excellent. For the Tigers, Holt's Fitz came good at the end of that quarter. I really think he's a danger and someone Southern Districts have to watch and pay a lot of attention to. He could grab this game by the scruff of the neck. And Daniel Bowles, who I believe is the best user of the football in the competition, has been getting himself into the game in that second quarter.
I really like the work of Fraser Driscoll at fullback for our districts as well. He's kept Butcher goalless so far. And we've got an interesting clash on our hands between Eilert and Bowden when Eilert's been up forward. I'd probably give the points to Bowden at this stage, but it's pretty even. And, of course, the big man, Paddy Gallo, in the ruck for districts. He's got a pretty good day ahead of him, I dare say, with his height advantage. He's in the middle now to start playing this second half, and he gets a tap easy. Straight down there as Districts look to move forward. Luke Smith crumbs the ball, hands it out, but it bounced off the chest of Ganley. Back to Smith. Feigns a dummy on his left, then hands it over the top to Farah. Very clever there. Kicks towards goal. It's tight, but it's a behind.
There's definitely the scoring end down the left-hand side of the screen. All scores been down there. It's sort of a gusty breeze going across. I'm not too sure why, but definitely the scoring end so far down here. So Nightcliff to bring the ball back in. Going to bring it down this near side. Runs 10, clears the ball out. It was well read off the boot there by Ogden. And he takes the mark there for the Crocs, runs around the mark, runs to 80, goes inside. It's a 2-on-1, but it's a beautiful kick. Really had to be pinpoint in the pocket, and the mark there taken by Bo Schwartz. So towards the end of last year, Schwartz has been in some really good form for Southern Districts. A couple of best on grounds, in my opinion. He's obviously moved forward. He runs around on that right boot, hits it nice, comes around with the breeze beautifully. Little salute to the crowd, and Southern Districts draw first blood in this third quarter.
He doesn't mind that one after some unsolicited advice from the crowd on the boundary line here on the Nightcliff Sports Club, but he's got it through. He'd be happy with that, and he extends their lead out to 15 points.
And I reckon the advice only going to get louder, Will, as the game goes on. The atmosphere's building, the crowd's building. I think the females game after this, Southern Districts first.
Nightcliff Southern District, so it's been the two clubs all day here today. Great day for both clubs, but we've got the Women's Premier League game after this to cap off what's been a pretty good game so far. A pretty good day so far, sorry, and obviously this game's been no exception. Around the grounds and just getting news in that it's Wanderers up by 24 points at three-quarter time against Palmerston. So interesting game there. I heard Palmerston were ravaged by COVID and people still interstate from the Christmas break there, but managing to keep it to a relatively good contest. Back to the game at hand here, and it's Districts moving forward again. They've started well in this second half. Watts tries to dribble it forward, but Nightcliff look to get out of their defensive 50. Rollins over the top of the ball, and I think he'll get a free kick for high contact. Too far out to score, but the big man Williams is pointing his hand all over the place, looking for a lead, and it'll come to him now. Uses his body well, but had a bit too much on the ball, it did. Ogden went for a bit of a miracle there, kicked it into Peretz, who caresses it over the line, and it's a behind for Southern District, sorry.
So Nightcliff wastes no time bringing it in. Runs out 10 metres, goes to a one-on-one down the line. Good use of the body there by the Nightcliff player. Can't gather. Staunton in hard as he always is. Well picked up there by Deary. Throws it on the right boot. Taken by Wilson. Wilson goes inboard to a one-on-one. Important footy to win. And the Nightcliff player Johnson, the Southern Districts player Johnson does well. Goes inside 50. Snelling takes it. He's under the pump. Here's the voice of the handball. Players fighting hard for it. Driscoll. Smith after him. Nightcliff player taps it out in front. Well done in traffic there by the Nightcliff player. Umpire's pulled one for a late tackle and says play on. So down the outer wing, Nightcliff take the ball. Wilson comes up hard. He's starting to become prominent. Takes the mark 70 metres out from goal. He's going to send it deep inside the forward pocket. A little lack of communication there, I think, with the forward. Really didn't favour the Tigers forward, and the ball trickles out of bounds in the forward pocket.
Yeah, you're right. It looked like he just sort of kicked it to space and it kept rolling out of bounds there. Not sure quite what happened there. Could have been, as you said, a lack of communication, but they'll have a throw in their forward pocket and could be an opportunity to hit the scoreboard here for Nightcliff. Ball comes in. Neither ruckman took advantage of it. Ball still in dispute. It's a Districts player who picks it up, hands it back. I think it's Bowden there, racing away from the back of the pack. Kicks it down the line towards Driscoll, but he's got a bit too much on it and it's out on the full in front of the far change rooms here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval.
So Nightcliff with the free kick directly on the centre wing. Kicks it towards the forward 50. Pack of Southern Districts there. Ball goes over the back. Well done there. I think that's Holt's fit. Scrambles one forward on the left foot. Southern Districts player Bowden Grathers can't keep it in. And we're going to have another ball up in the forward pocket.
And I've been I'm very impressed with Southern District's defensive work today. It hasn't been easy for Nightcliff all day, and the scoreboard reflects that with 2 goals, 8. Quite a few of those behinds have, been a result of tough kicks on goal due to pressure or simply rushing the ball through. But play again underway. And again, Districts looking to mop up and get it out of that forward 50. Butcher is found loose. He kicks towards goal and snaps it through. So their first goal this second half through John Butcher, and he reduces the margin. It's now 3 goals, 8, 26. Nightcliff trailing Southern Districts 5 goals, 7, 37. An 11-point margin here, Clint. And game on well and truly.
Yeah, just as you think Southern Districts are getting the run of play and creeping ahead, Nightcliff ping one back, as you would expect, Will. And I got a feeling we're going to have a close one on our hands here. So it's sort of been nip and tuck all day. Southern Districts can't get too far away, so really looking forward to the finish of this. It should be a good game of footy. So the ball back in the middle.
It'll be Dirksen against Gallo. Again, Gallo just too big and too strong. But Nightcliff could get away with it here. Staunton used his body well, pings him for holding the ball. And the crowd's not happy with that one. Don't think he had possession for long enough.
Crowd just suggesting there he didn't have it in no uncertain terms. It's all right, it's footy. Goes inside 50, Big Williams sticks a mid out, he can't get to it. Ball goes up, spike forward there by Jones. Handball from Southern Districts, ball spills to the back. Little handball there to Wills. Wills gives one to Bowles. Bowles tries to go over the shoulder but misses it. They got numbers here, Nightcliff. Harper can't pick up, recovers, gives it back to Bowles. He goes inboard on his left foot. Great pressure here from Southern Districts. Back to Harper, and they're going to get out of this, not too sure how. And that's a good kick up the wing, and the mark there taken by Politis, who's a promising youngster from Nightcliff. He chips one forward. And the mark there taken by Hopkins. Hopkins again, good use of the footy there by Nightcliff. Little one forward, running hard forward. Ball goes over the back. Southern Districts player, first one to recover. He's dived on it, taps it out, throws it to Bowden on the boot. I think that might be Big Williams down there. He gets the ball and drills one right in the middle. Needed to be a good kick to Luke Smith. And Luke Smith hits up Driscoll, who's gone forward. Driscoll on his right foot. Watts is in some space forward of the ball. Puts it out in front of him. He's got to collect. He's got a one-on-one forward. Oh, Nightcliff are dropping plays back there. He chipped over his own feet. Good pressure there from Nightcliff. And they're going to repel this attack. Bowls with a little handball. And I think that's Dirkston will clear for Nightcliff.
Wilson looks to get to it first, but the umpire calls a free kick again to Southern District, and the crowd making their feelings very well known here on the members' balcony. But we'll have a Southern District's kick out of the back line here, and they seem to be getting the rub of the green at the moment, whether it's something in the air or the ball's just bouncing their way. Quick kick a bit further out on that wing. Looks inboard to Pemberton. Had a bit too much on it, and Nightcliff with numbers now. Look to go out. Can't take it cleanly. Districts now with the opportunity. No, it's Eilert who handballs it. No one can take it cleanly at all here. It's very scrappy to start this third quarter.
It's a good call from the umpire there. The player went forward. I think he might have been fishing for one in the back there, but umpire Noonan played that well, and we'll get a ball up in the middle. So two ruckmen go at it. Clearance there, one by Nightcliff. Down the half forward, it's a 2-on-2. Wilson wins. Little handball forward. Holtz fits, fends off, has one bounce, runs to 40, shanks one forward, didn't hit it well. A lot of missed kicks today, Will. I think there's a bit of a Christmas hangover. Lots coming off the side of the boot. It's a bit of a fuzzy breeze, and as we speak, that one's gone out on the full, and Nightcliff are going to send it back inside 50.
Absolutely. Talk about a Christmas hangover. There's been plenty of shockers today, and yeah, I might have to hit the training track hard this week. I think both sides, as we said, it could be a game of attrition, and it's only the third quarter. We're already starting to see signs of that. It's been a hot afternoon. That breeze is starting to build as we get further throughout this game. Nightcliff again looking to work it forward. And a bit of argy-bargy in the forward pocket there. Not sure what sparked it, but there's a few fisticuffs going on. Liam Holt fits with the free kick. Looks like he's probably a bit too far out to score, but he'll have a crack at it. So tight angle, can't see the boundary line, for the 50-metre line from here, but I'd say he's pretty close to it when he kicks it. This could bring it back to within a goal if he slots it.
Hasn't kicked well all day, and this is a very tough kick. Kicking into the teeth of this breeze from this pocket, so... Holtz fits, runs around, umpire calls play on the left boot. I think he's hit that pretty well. Nah, just across the face, through for one behind. Nightcliff moved to 3 goals, 9-27. Southern District's 5 goals, 7-37 as we enter the 11-minute mark of this third quarter.
It looks like it'll be Bowden resuming play. He's been doing a decent job with the kickouts today. Some have hit, some have missed. Can't win them all though, Clint. As Districts again, it's a good mark moving down this near side wing, the Bowls Club side wing. Kicks it to the run of the player coming forward. Throws on his left G. That's another shank, and that's out on the full. So it'll be Nightcliff through Jones, kicking it back in. Eilert the target. He takes the mark. The ball is just jumped over the boundary line. It's starting to heat up here. Dean Staunton and Bowles have a few words with each other.
Just having a chat to the umpire there, Staunton.
So Eilert goes back to take his kick, assesses his options early. Again, not a lot of presentation up forward for him. Goes forward, I think it was McGregor with a long, slow lead. Doesn't find him, but Nightcliff still managed to edge it forward. Districts now hack it on their boot. Bowles couldn't take the mark for Nightcliff. It's a pinball on the ground there at the moment, Clint.
Yeah, scrappy footy.
Free
scrappy
kick
footy.
goes the way of Smith for Districts.
I don't think Southern Districts would mind it. In my opinion, Nightcliff are the best users of the footy in the competition. So the more scrappy, the better. And here they go down the outer side. The mark there taken by Southern Districts goes inside one. Big Williams, he's behind there. I think that was his opponent, Morris, out in front of him. Ball spills to ground. Watts gets one in the back. Umpire says play on. Nightcliff player over it, dragged forward in the tackle. Lots of players around the ball, and we're going to have another ball up.
Big Fraser Driscoll played full back for the first half. Now finds himself at full forward at the moment. So looking to do some damage at the other end of the ground here if they can get it. But Philo, gee, that was a great hit out, a great clearance. And he just throws it on the boot. It goes forward, finds his man, but he can't take it cleanly. And it's been the story of the day, just hacking it on the boot, going forward. And pretty stop-start play again just as we speak. Districts nearly turned it over, but got their man up, kick it forward, straight down the throat of Cam Eilert.
Terrible kick.
Space.
There was never anyone there. I don't know what he was thinking when he kicked that, but horrible kick.
Bowles now looks to go out to the near side wing. It's where he's got the runner in Jones. Don't know if he'll use him. Just snaps it over the top. Not sure about that, Clint.
Yeah, well, it worked, and it's hit Wilson on the chest, and Wilson's now coming into the game really well. So he goes on the right foot, sends it to the top of the square. It's hard to attack from that side because the wind's going to keep blowing the ball to the boundary. Southern Districts gather, throws on the right boot. It's a 2-on-1 Southern Districts. Nightcliff player goes up. Shark well there by Rusker, gives the hands. Farah gives the hands to the voice. Well done there by Southern Districts. Defensive handball back to Bowden. Bowden getting himself in a bit of trouble. He's going to go down the line. Big Williams has come right up the ground. Well done there by the Nightcliff defender. I think that might be Clenky.
I think it might be. But as you said, chaotic play, which I think the Southern Districts would like that sort of play. And that's where they're probably going to beat Nightcliff. And probably the main reasons to why they're ahead at the moment. And stay 10 points in front. Umpire throws the ball in, pulls a free kick out in favour of Nightcliff. No Bronx cheers yet from the crowd.
Nightcliff go inboard.
Sam Harper with the ball. Short, sharp kick forward to a small lead. And again, I think it was, is it Holt, Fitz or Wilson on the lead there? Bounced off his chest. Districts mopping up again with their hands on the pill. Bowden takes a mark on the half back flank. Looks to play on. They could be away here. Ogden takes it. Kicks forward. Smith's got plenty of space. Taps it to his own advantage. In fact, I think it might be Schwartz there. He's at the bottom of the pack. Nightcliff did well there through Harper to get it out. Now it's Snelling. Ball's bounced through. Nightcliff work it forward.
Important clearance there from Nightcliff. They did well. However, it's coming back in. Bowden tries to sell the candy, gets wrapped up. And the Nightcliff player there bowls. Little left-handed handball. Doesn't hit the target over the top. Wills doesn't pick up. Ball spills forward again. Good pressure by Southern Districts. They're going in hard. That's Johnson in there. He's got a big frame. Nightcliff player tries to pick up. Ball goes out wide. Oh, I thought that could have been holding the ball. He went to kick it, didn't get much on it. Ball comes out there to Farah. Farah goes inside 50. It's a 1-on-1. Good defence there by Nightcliff. Here's the voice at the back, Snelling, who again's under the pump. Puts it on the left foot. Lots of Southern Districts players out there. Bowden first to it, but can't keep it in. And we'll get a ball up on the outer wing.
Again, good pressure from Smith there. He's the player who went and sort of attacked the ball. I think it was Jones who got the kick away. And he hasn't got his hands on it a lot since that first quarter, Smith. But what he has done has been pretty good.
Yeah, he was dynamic that first quarter. And I noticed Matty Cannard rotates a lot of their players through, like you said, Will. Driscoll's got forward back, and he's done that throughout the year. I noticed Jonathan Ross, who's not playing today, he's one of the leading goal kickers in the comp, but spends a lot of time in the middle. So almost like a Western Bulldogs type setup where you've got lots of players rotating through lots of positions. And I have noticed that with Southern Districts. So
Jaden Watt's another one who, not as much today with Big Lee Williams at full forward, but he can play that deep forward role and can also play a bit of a wing role as Districts, again, try to work it forward. It's a quarter of missed opportunities. Both teams haven't been great kicking forward. Nightcliff now have an opportunity to make amends as Bailey Edwards kicks it forward to the run. And again, it's another missed opportunity. Districts will mop it up. Kick across goal.
Their defence has been really, really good today, Southern Districts.
Pemberton with the ball, hands it over the top. Districts again looking to work the ball forward. I think it's Pemberton with it, 2 disposals in a couple of seconds. But no, it's a free kick against him for holding the ball. Holt Fitz with the ball now. Goes inside 50. Umpire will call him back. And so as we edge closer towards the 18-minute mark, it's Southern Districts who lead 5 goals 7-37 to Nightcliff, 3 goals 9-27 in the round 13 clash of the 2021-22 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League season here from Darwin, Mazda Nightcliff Oval. Holt Fitz kicks the ball forward to no one in particular. Nightcliff trying to make something of it, Clint, but again, District's defensive pressure has been top-notch today.
Yeah, they got inside 50 plenty of times this quarter, Nightcliff. I don't think they'd be disappointed with that, but not getting a lot of reward for their effort. And at this stage, the Crocs maintaining this 10-point lead as we near three-quarter time. So ball up in the forward pocket. Big Gallo in front, gets his fist to it. Players surround it, picked up there by Southern Districts. Staunton at the back of the pack, throws one on the right boot. To Farrow, who beat 2 Nightcliff players there. Wheels around on the left foot through the centre of Nightcliff Oval. Has one bounce. Handballs over the top to Ogden. He balances up, and that's a beautiful kick to the big Williams. Nothing could be done there by Morris. He was with him. Williams had 4 or 5 metres on him. Ogden's kick was beautiful. And Big Williams is going to line up from 50 metres out.
Great play there from Farrow and Ogden, sort of just working the space out between them. The 2 forwards, again, Lee Williams and Luke Smith working the space out. Williams sort of led out towards the pocket, giving Williams enough room to get a short lead in and a good mark, and players like him don't drop too many. Williams now walking in. He'll kick from about 40 metres out. He likes it, gives the double cobra, and that's his 4th goal for the game. So Southern Districts move out to 6 goals 7-43 against Nightcliff, 3 goals 9-27. It's a 16-point margin. A nice handy buffer at the moment for Southern Districts. I don't think many would have picked this at the start of the game. A 16-point margin in a low-scoring affair here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. But as we tick past the 20-minute mark, it sets them up nicely for what should be a very entertaining 4th quarter.
So ball back to the middle as we enter time on in this 3rd quarter. Jones in the ruck up against Marley McGregor. Not 2 conventional size ruckmen. Neither ruckman win it. Players go in hard. Southern Districts sharked. I thought that was a throw. Southern Districts out in front, well tackled there by Nightcliff. Nightcliff are going to win this stoppage. Good chain of handball. He's got to watch out here. Well, the Southern Districts player stopped. He could have wrapped him up then. Ball goes over the top. Pemberton after it. He's surrounded by 2 Southern Districts players there. The Nightcliff player gets one forward, and the ball goes inside 50, and that, I think, is Eilert on the lead. Hits him right out in front of his face, and Cam Eilert. Has he kicked one today, Will?
No, he hasn't. He's had a couple of leads in that 1st quarter. I think sort of apart from a little stint here and a little stint there in the forward line, he's mainly been playing on that half-back line, rotating a little bit through the middle. But this is his first pure shot on goal for today.
So Cam Eilert, they need this one, the Tigers. It'll be a handy goal just before 3-quarter time. Going to be kicking from about 40 on a not close to a 45-degree angle. Keeps it low. Doesn't give the breeze a chance to affect it, and Nightcliff peg one back. They move to 4 goals 9-33. Southern Districts 6 goals 7-43. Almost 22 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter.
So we're set up nicely for what should be a good last quarter of footy here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. Still time to go left in this quarter here. But it's definitely getting close. District's holding on to a 10-point lead in a low-scoring affair. Again, neither ruckman won the hit out there. But Districts will get possession. Now it's intercepted by Nightcliff. Comes out wide. Ball goes forward and Eilert the target again. Challenged by Bowden. Can't keep his feet. Bowden taps it forward.
What a
He's
contest.
got
I mean,
support.
well done.
It's been a cracker all day between those two. And Nightcliff player Holt Fitz throws it on the boot. I think it's Driscoll again at fullback, who's been very good there today.
So they'll try and pinch one here before three-quarter time, Southern Districts. Congestion forward, goes inboard, and that mark there taken by Delahy. Delahy plays on, kick doesn't favour Watts, ball goes over the back. Schwartz is there over Nightcliff's first to recover. Watts goes back for a second effort. Well done there by Rusker, spins out of trouble, and well done there by Nightcliff. Gets the hands forward and Wills right in the centre of Nightcliff Oval, goes forward to the leading Wilson, straight through his hands, hit his chest. He's got plenty of time to recover. Southern Districts player corrals him. Sirens goes just as they're going inside 50. And we're set up for a good last quarter here at Nightcliff Oval. Nightcliff 4 goals, 9-33. Charles Southern Districts 6 goals, 7-43.
Welcome back to Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval for the fourth quarter of round 13 action between Nightcliff and Southern Districts of the 2021-22 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League season. We've got a great final quarter ahead. At this stage, Southern Districts leading Nightcliff 6 goals 7, 43, 4 goals 9, 33. Goal kickers so far for Nightcliff, it's Holt, Fitz, Eilert, Butcher and Wilson with 1 each. For Districts, Williams is the key forward and he's got 4 goals to his name. Schwartz got a very cheeky goal from the boundary line in front of the members stand here at the Nightcliff Sports Club, and Luke Smith got 1 in the first quarter. Play is about to get underway, and Clint, it's a great last quarter set up for us here, isn't it?
Yeah, we haven't had too many close games this season, Will. So I'm sensing we may have one here. The lights are going on. Beautiful time in Darwin. The wet season twilight game as we get set for this fourth quarter. Umpire throws it up. Big Gallo in there against Dirkston. Dirkston may have won that. Shark there by Nightcliff. Goes forward. Ball can't take there by McGregor. First back onto it is Maney. Maney and McGregor go at it. Johnson goes in to lend a hand. Players over the ball. McGregor taps the ball out. Comes back to Delahy. Players fighting over it. Thrown on the boot by Wills. Smothered. Comes to the man at the bottom of the pack. Ball picked up there by Rusker. And Rusker throws it on the left boot. Clears temporarily for Southern Districts. Taken by Dirkston. Thought he might have. Yeah, good call there by the umpire. He was wrapped up. Incorrect disposal, well spotted there, and Southern Districts are going to win the free kick. Umpire calls play on.
And it's Southern District coming out of half back, find a target on centre wing. It's a good contested mark there. I think it's the big man in Gallo. He looks to go forward now. Kicks it over the head of Williams. It's hacked over the top. Districts have a 2-on-1. Can they work it out between them? Pemberton slips through. And it's a free kick against him for incorrect disposal. So Nightcliff will be coming out of their back line.
So Jamie Jones chips one forward, and the mark there taken by, I think it was Snelling. Snelling goes out wide. Mark taken on the wing by Southern Districts. Here's the voice inboard. Goes back inboard, and I think that's Snelling. Couple of loose players here from Nightcliff. They're manning up Southern Districts all game, and Bowles is one you can't. He goes on his left foot inside 50. Luke Delahy hits it hard. Ball comes to the back. Shark by guess who? Holtz Fitz. He puts one through. First blood in the first quarter of Nightcliff, and I think we've got a game on our hands.
Reduces the margin to just 4 points within 2 minutes. And it's Nightcliff now on 5 goals 9, 39, trailing Southern Districts 6 goals 7, 43. We've sort of said it all day, Clint. That first half, he was a bit creative but couldn't quite do anything with it. He kicked his first goal in those last couple of minutes of the second, and Holt Fitz could be the difference today.
Yeah, I think Holtz Fitz and Wilson's really coming in the game playing across half forward. So if Southern Districts can nullify both those players in this last quarter, it's going to go a long way to winning this game. Big job for Delahy on Wilson, and big job for Johnson, who's been really, really good in patches today on Holtz Fitz. As the ball goes inside 50 again, Johnson, speaking of the devil, Sharks, it gets wrapped up, no prior opportunity. Umpire, he thinks he's won a free kick. Umpire says, no, I'm going to have it, which I think is the correct call. And we'll get a ball up 50 metres out from goal. Ruckman nominate. I think that is Maney from Southern Districts, a very undersized ruckman. Shark there by Staunton, who's been good all day. Goes very, very wide, out to a one-on-one. Players go for it. I think that's Watts. Gets a hand in there, dispossesses the Nightcliff player. Gets some assistance from his Southern Districts player with a Shepherd. Ball still on the ground there. Snelling goes in hard. Umpire may have plucked one out here. And Snelling will get a free kick for the Tigers.
Not easy to work out exactly what it's for on the other side of the ground, is it, Clint? But it's Nightcliff with the ball now, that's all we know. They kick it back into play. A long, high ball to the big men, but not really a direct kick. And again, it's turned over. Districts trying to mop it up and take possession. They can't do it. And the croc at the bottom of the pack there is pounced on by 3 or 4 Tigers. The umpire will call my ball. He'll ball it up on the wing. And Gallo gets the hands out. It's Rollins who tried to take possession. And Staunton with the big strong tackle there on the Nightcliff player to make sure they don't work the ball forward. Clint, I think the next goal is an important one. If Nightcliff get it, they'll be ahead for the first time today, and it might just put a dampener in the district's spirits.
Could be crucial.
Butcher now on cue, takes a mark. About 35 metres out from goal on a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, Driscoll, who's been one of the Southern District's best players all day, he's played a belter. Just gave him 2 or 3 metres then, and it didn't do too much wrong. It was just a beautiful kick. Butcher didn't have to break stride. And he is going to try and put Nightcliff in front for the first time today. From 40, hits it well. Hand goes up. The Nightcliff faithful like it. And Nightcliff hit the front. They move to 6 goals, 9-45. Leading Southern Districts, 6 goals, 7-43. We're at the 4th minute mark of the last quarter.
So Butcher gets his second goal, and it's going to be tough work for the Districts here. As we've seen today, I think all but 2 goals have been kicked down this end, and that's in Nightcliff's favour. Districts wouldn't have been favourites to win this game. They've definitely put in a brave effort. But now that they're behind, it'll be interesting to see how they respond. Have they got more in the tank, and can they outlast Nightcliff, or will Nightcliff put the foot on the throttle?
They started singing early here in the grandstand. I don't know if I'll be doing that well. They've just hit the front for the first time. So
plenty of footy to come.
And if I know Southern Districts, they're going to fight this out right to the finish. So Swartz in the middle lays a good tackle. A good contested footy. Umpire says, I'll have it. And the 2 ruckmen will go up again. Big Gallo for about his 300th hit out for today.
Looking forward to those stats coming out during the week, Clinton, and seeing just how many he's got.
He doesn't find too much of it, Will. I've noticed that he doesn't. His stats around the ground aren't huge, but in terms of hit-outs, the big fella gets his hand on it first a lot of the time. And if you're Dean Staunton at his feet, you'd be loving life. So the big fella does get a rare possession, kicks it inside. Smith's the first one back there. He's played a ripper of a first quarter. Well done there by the Nightcliff defender. As the ball trickles towards the boundary, Rollins bends over, picks it up, socket forward there by Smith. Rollins again, handballs forward, spins out of trouble with the Nightcliff player. They're under the pump, nice chain of handballs at the back. Bowes has no other option but to throw it on his left foot. Well picked up there by the Nightcliff player, gives the defensive handball back. And Nightcliff are going to clear here. Through to the run of Wills, out in front. Had the opportunity to take it and keep going, didn't, held up, took it on the chest. Wilson running hard, screaming for it. He leaves it for Dirkston. Wilson still on the outside here. Dirkston says, nah, I'm going inside 50. Doesn't hit it well, almost favours McGregor. Bowden in with a hand there. Holtz fits at the bottom. Ball picked up there by Politis. He goes around the corner. Big Butcher couldn't get there. Not sure if he thought it was going through or he couldn't get a finger to it. Through for one behind. Nightcliff, 6 goals, 10-46. Southern Districts, 6 goals, 7-43.
I think District's got away with one there. Bit of unconventional defence with a little fist or a little tap to it from Bowden, almost straight into the hands of the Nightcliff forward. Lucky to get away with just a behind there. Bowden has played on for Districts from full back, takes a bounce or touches it on the ground. Now with a long kick forward, they're trying to do what they can. It goes out the back, and first to it will be Bull. Can't take possession, but will have another crack at it. Still going forward, it'll be the big man Gallo trying to get possession. Can't quite do enough. That's ruckman for you, but the Nightcliff players kicks it straight into his District's opponent. Now comes out to Johnson at half-back, kicks it out to the far side. Ogden will be underneath it. Good effort there. Small man, but used his body well. It's a 2-on-2 battle.
Done
there.
well here, Southern Districts.
Jones kicks it forward now. And it's going towards the boundary line, and that is where it'll end up. Umpire will throw it in.
So boundary throw in, Bowls Club side. Southern Districts, will you think, need the next one? Nightcliff getting on top of them now with the run of play and scoreboard pressure. They're 3 points up. I think Southern Districts really need to stop this momentum or Nightcliff could go on with it. Wills picks up, nice handball. Here's the call inside. Well picked up there by Delahaye. Oh, it's holding the ball, I think. That was McClendon. Umpire says play on. Comes back to a Nightcliff player who goes on his little left foot out wide, and the mark there taken by Politis. So Politis is going to send it inside 50. It's a 2-on-1 Southern Districts. Islet and Bowden, as it's been all day, been a magnificent contest. Bowden's done well. In my eyes, I reckon he's won that, Will.
I can't call it either way. I think it's been a very good contest. Islet's obviously he's kicked the one goal. Probably hasn't been given some as clean disposal forward as he would have liked. Bowden's been good as his counterpart as well. Butcher shucks out of the ruck, throws it on his boot. Wilson couldn't take the mark, but it's crumbed. Kick towards goal. Here's that contest now. Bowden on Islet. It's out on the full though. Yeah, I think it's a draw, Clint. I can't pick Bowden or Islet.
I think the ball's come in sort of, and there's been 1-on-1s or 2-on-1s, and against many other backmen, most other backmen, I think Islet probably would have kicked 4 or 5 by now and asserted his influence on the game more. But I think Bowden's done well to stunt that. Yeah, full marks to him. He's won some pressure contests. So ball kicked out of there by Bo Schwartz, down in the centre wing, out in front of the big man Gallo. Nightcliff first to recover through a chain of handballs, goes back in. Good tackle by Southern Districts. Jones gets his foot on the ball. Players dive on it. Umpire says I'll have it, and we'll have a ball up in the middle of the ground.
So we edge towards the 10-minute mark, almost halfway of this final quarter here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. This round 13 clash, the 2021-22 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League season. And it's Lionel Ogden who finds himself with the ball in a paddock of space. Short, sharp kick forward. Wasn't accurate to the forward in Williams. He was made to work for it. Umpires pulled a free kick going the way of Nightcliff. And that's not what Districts need. Luke Smith now in hot pursuit of the Nightcliff player who takes an easy mark. Opts to play on. Kicks it to the lead of Islet.
Beautiful kick.
Couldn't take the mark. Another good contest. It wasn't Bowden that time. I think it's Maney to Delahaye. He gets around one defender, throws it on the boot, kicks it forward. Smith the target. Didn't read the bounce well, and will find the boundary line.
I think Smith's one for Southern Districts, Will. He could get him back into this. He could shark a couple of goals or a goal in this last quarter. If I were Nightcliff, I'd be paying close attention to him. And Big Williams, who's kicked 4 for the game. He's been pretty quiet in the last 15 minutes or so of footy. So they're the two, I think. Gallo gets his hand to it, bowls, goes out of mid-air, can't get his foot to it, picks up again, throws on the left boot forward. That's Politis, he's first to it, gives the handball too slick for Wills. He's tackled by Rusker, back to Wills, and here's the hard-running Wilson across half forward. Jeez, he runs hard, takes the ball out in front of his face. It's a 2-on-2 down in the square. Butcher and Holtz Fitz. He's got to go long to Butcher while he's got Holtz Fitz at his feet. He doesn't. He plays on, goes to the 1-on-1. Butcher uses his body, perhaps could have taken it, throws it forward. Bowden picks up. I don't know what he was doing there. He went to take it through and then he stopped and...
Deliberate through the goal,
I found that strange. The crowd saying deliberate through the goal, which is rubbish because he was under pressure, but...
I think he thought the goal line was a bit further forward than it was. And Districts now looking to move forward. They get it forward very quickly. It's not quite close enough to their goals that they can score, but it goes on over the boundary line on the far side. In fact, it's a Nightcliff free kick. Islet takes it on the half-back flank. They're looking to slow up play and take control. Bit of argy-bargy there. He's not happy with anything so far. Goes a kick out wide, finds a man on his own there. Now inboard, not a great kick. Schwartz cuts it off, comes to him, kicks again a shocker inside the forward 50. Another missed opportunity. Ogden at the bottom of the pack for Districts. Ball in dispute. Smith in the contest as well, as you said. He's got match winner written all over him, but it's Jones who comes with the ball, kicks forward. Mark wasn't taken there by the Nightcliff forward in Jenkins-Clive. And Jones will again throw it onto his left. Not a pretty kick, but it goes forward. Bowden couldn't take the mark. It sat for him. Holt Fitz gathers, takes one bounce, runs inboard. Ooh. Straight down the throat of Maney. He now goes out wide to Ganley. And Districts, again, looking to see if they can add to the scoreboard. Ogden now on that far wing. He's been very lively this last quarter. Goes forward, finds his skipper in Staunton. Staunton plays on, kicks forward. Williams at the drop of the ball, can't take the mark. Smith there, tries to gather, can't do it. Nightcliff now exit their defensive 50, and he's got a paddock of space.
Mark they're taken on the half-back flank by Nightcliff. He goes inboard. Takes the mark, handball's on.
Brody Philo throws it onto his left. It's a bit of a grubber. Again, another drop mark, this time from Breed for Districts. Maney mops it up, doesn't have anything to go to. Now kicks it out wide to Rusker.
And he can run, Will. He can run. He's got some wheels on him if he can pick it up.
Doesn't sit for him nicely, but he's got it now. Kicks inboard. And it's Jack Ganley moves forward. Great movement by Smith there. Waits for it to come to him. Turns his opponent inside out. He's about 3 steps away. Kicks it forward to the top of the square. Jaden Watts takes the mark. Plays on. Kicks the goal. And Districts are back in front.
Whew.
So it's Southern Districts now. 7 goals, 7-49. Leading Nightcliff on 6-11-47. A 2-goal advantage as we hit the 14-minute mark of this final quarter here at Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval.
Well done by Watts there, and well done by Smith as well. Smith got it to him. Not a high possession player, Watts, other than more of an impact player, but that's what his coach would be wanting, a goal in the last quarter. Gives Southern Districts a 2-point lead as we tick by the 14.5-minute mark of this last quarter.
And Nightcliff did look to be taking control of the game. They were stopping and having to play on their speed. So good of Districts to break the lines there and get one through. Gallo again with the tap. He's been dominant today. Ball now out to Pemberton. He works his way inside for Nightcliff. Hacks it on the boot forward. It's a 2-on-1. Nightcliff plays first to it. He couldn't take the mark though. Rusk is there along with Watts for Districts. No one can take possession yet. Nightcliff player looking to mop up from behind, but I think it's Watts who again gets away from his man. He's in space. He takes one bounce, handballs it over the top, and he's tackled. Gee, that wasn't good awareness or communication from the Districts forward, and unfortunately I think it is Smith who did so well in that last passage of play, but he's given away the free kick there. He almost gets his hands on Jones, who works his way around him. He kicks it forward, finds Brody Philo, good mark. Looks to move it quickly, kicks forward, and gee, there's a man out there all by himself. Can't quite work out who it is. Throws it onto his right. Good mark to Philip Wills. No, he's dropped it. He slipped over his own feet, and Bowden did his best to get possession. He gets it now, throws it on his left, kicks forward, finds the big man in Gallo.
And Gallo takes the mark for Southern Districts. He goes forward, doesn't hit it well. Again, another mark drop by Nightcliff. There's been some skill errors in this game. Southern Districts player first back, dived on by the Nightcliff player. Umpire says, I'll have it, and we'll get a ball up centre wing. 16 minutes gone in this last quarter.
So as we said, it's been a good last quarter so far. It's just heating up. 2 points the difference, Clint.
Ruckman go up. Shark by Staunton. Nightcliff win it out of the pack. Ball goes there. Well done by Jackson Breed. Goes back for Johnson it is. Breed lays to Shepherd. Gives the defensive handball back there to Delahaye. Was forced eventually and corralled. Well done there by Nightcliff onto his boot. Safe option to the hands of Gallo. Gallo knocks it out of bounds, and Southern Districts can set up around this stoppage.
So just looking at how the teams are set up on the field at the moment, no one's really looking to flood the back line or forward line. It's game on from both sides. Ball now goes forward for Nightcliff, and it's in the advantage of Holt Fitz, who could be their match winner if he can get it. Ball sits for him, but he's got a man to get around in Maney. Throws it onto his unpreferred left. Bowden couldn't take the mark. Butcher tried to sweep it. Wilson hacks it forward. McGregor's by himself in the goal square, runs in, point blank range, he kicks it and puts Nightcliff back in front. 7 goals, 11, 53, leading Southern Districts. 7 goals, 7-49, and that was just too easy in red time. Marlon McGregor kicks his first of the day. And it was their big forwards involved there. Wasn't pretty from Wilson from Butcher making the lead there. He was unrewarded effort, or from Holt Fitz, who gathered the ball in the first instance and threw it on his left, but it was effective enough and has put them in pole position again.
Yeah, it's nip and tuck now, Will. A couple of lead changes in this last quarter. We thought we might have a close one. Beautiful. The lights are starting to kick in. Sun's going down. Crowd's building as we go back to the middle. 18 minutes now gone in this last quarter. Important clearance won there by Southern Districts. Throws it on the boot forward. First get to the drop of the ball there is Nightcliff. Gives a handball, but it's too quick. Bowden around the corner. Bo Schwartz is there. Umpire's plucked one, said he was held without it, and Bo Schwartz gets the free kick. He swings around on the right boot, goes inboard to Williams, just didn't have enough on it. Big Williams goes back for a second effort. Ball comes out. It's a one-on-one there. Both players go hard at it. Well won there by the Nightcliff player. He gives the handball over the top there. And Nightcliff are going to come through the middle, and they're going to take it down there and goes inside 50. Maney's going to be the first one back here. It's McGregor. There's a loose player in the square. Holt Fitz couldn't gather. He swings back onto the right foot, doesn't get a lot on it. Eyelet's there, he gets it. Umpire says not 15, play on. Eyelet left, right, round the body on the right, and Eyelet drills it and puts Nightcliff up by 10 points.
Well, that was a great goal from Eyelet. Great awareness to know that it wasn't 15. He didn't stop and muck around and try and play his case. He got on with it. A couple of turns left, right, snap on goal, and it's gone through. And as you said, it's put them in a very good position, 10 points up as we edge towards the 20-minute mark of this final quarter.
Good stuff, Fitzy!
So that's Eyelet's second goal of the game. Gallo's been dominant in the ruck. He won the last hit out straight down the throat of Gamley. Will he do it again? Wins the hit out. Not as clean. It's hacked forward by the Districts player. Staunton kicks it forward. Williams couldn't take the mark. Shot on goal. Didn't quite go through. In fact, that one has. Districts back within 4 points. Didn't quite see who kicked the goal from the pack there.
Not too sure, Will. Perhaps Williams. Williams with his fifth.
So he's had a big day out so far. Could still be more to come. Maybe not.
Crucial goal. Puts him back within striking distance. They battled really, really hard with good pressure all day, Southern Districts, and they're not going down without a fight. Nightcliff leading by 4 points. 21 minutes gone in this last quarter. Usually go for about 23 to 25, depending on how many goals have been kicked. So still a little bit of time. Very important clearance, and it's won there by, of course, Philo. Philo throws it on the boot. Out in front there at Politis. He's first to it. Here's the pressure from Rusker. Goes back for a second attempt. Perhaps may have been better taking it out of bounds. Handball's back. Nightcliff plays wrapped up. Philo's gone forward. Handball spills to him. He's on his own. Goes inside 50. Eyelet gets a fair piece of it. Holtz Fitz at his feet. Holtz Fitz on the left foot, off the ground, through for a goal. This is a dangerous full forward line when you got Holt Fitz and Eyelet there. And Nightcliff extend their lead to 10 points.
Holt Fitz kicks his third. Couldn't kicked it at a better time. As you said, it's putting 10 points up as we edge towards that 22-minute mark. So it's getting very close to the end, and it's almost no mistakes here for Districts if they want to take the 4 points home with them.
I just think you have to play goal side of Holtz Fitz no matter what. You cannot get sucked into play. He's very, very dangerous on that last line of goal where at the top of the square, and I think just a few times the Southern Districts players that haven't been goal side of him. All he needs is 2 metres as he's showing, and puts into the sword. Oh, well, last roll of the dice here for Southern Districts. Ganley wins it out of the middle, goes out wide underneath the scoreboard there. Big Gallo's gone forward. Oh, well done there by Ogden. He goes in hard. He's wrapped up by two Nightcliff players. Players come in. Ball still loose. Umpire says not yet. The sweeper at the pack. There's Bowles, as per usual, on that beautiful left foot. Goes down the wing. Ball was read there best there by Della Hibbert. Dropped the chest mark. Goes back for a second effort. Ball comes back to Gallo. He bends down. That takes about a minute. He's that big. He throws it on the boot forward. Mark there, dropped by Southern Districts. Handballs to Smith. Shimmies on the outside. Goes the inside. Spots one forward. Mark there taken by Ogden. He doesn't waste any time to the top of the square. Big Williams goes up. It was an earthquake. When he hit the ground, he is a big, big man. He came down face first. Couldn't take the mark, and I don't think that point's going to help Southern Districts at this stage. They really needed a goal there. 9 points of difference.
Nightcliff looking to slow up play here, I think. Backman kicking out. Finally leaves his square, tries to dance around. In fact, he does dance around Williams. Kicks it long. Wasn't the most effective kick. Nightcliff player couldn't take the mark. It's now hacked forward again. Bowden at the drop of the ball hits it forward. Districts fighting to the death. Staunton it was trying to take possession, but Nightcliff just seemed a bit clean at the moment. Smith
last roll of the dice,
hacks it forward. Ogden takes the mark, needs to get up quickly. That's the siren, and it's Nightcliff who run away. 9-point winners here in a great game at Darwin Mazda Oval. 9 goals, 11-65. Nightcliff has overcome Southern Districts 8 goals, 8-56. What a game, Clint.
Great game. That margin may change. Ogden's going to have a shot. Hard to tell from here, but about 50 out. Great game of footy. Southern Districts were brave. They were strong. Nightcliff showed their class in the end, and like a bit like a horse on a first run back. I think they'll be better for the run, and yeah, great day of footy.
Holt Fitz, I think, one of the best players with 3 goals. Eilert also with 2. Butcher with 2 for Nightcliff. Daniel Bowles also great, as always, off half-back. For the Southern Districts, Lee Williams was their big man up forward, kicked 5. Luke Smith also impressive with 1, and Fraser Driscoll at full-back. Did a pretty good job on Butcher for most of the day, but in the end, as we've seen, it's Nightcliff, who after that behind from Ogden, have run out 8-point winners. That's all from Darwin Mazda Nightcliff Oval. I'm Will Zwar. With me was Clint Firth, and we look forward to hearing from you next time.